We are dealing with general solution today, and let me summarize few important points pertaining general solution. Right. Please, when we think of general solution, make sure that you don't forget your basics on algebra. When we are dealing with general solution, you must be familiar with your properties of algebra. Please, grade 12, please. Right, dish. Now, let's say we have x squared minus y squared. Easy stuff because it's a difference of two squares, which is x minus y and x plus y. But how does it align with trigonometry? Right. Let's say we have cos 2x and you chose the first one, which is cos 2x squared minus sine squared. Guys, again, this is what? Difference of two squares, which is cos x minus sine x and cos x plus sine x. Okay? Let me do another example. Let's say we have x squared plus 2xy plus y squared. This is what? A square trinomial, which is x plus y and x plus y. Okay? And how can it relate with trigonometry? Let's say 1 plus sine 2x. Come on, grade 12. This is what? Sine squared x plus cos squared x plus what? 2 sine x cos x. Okay? Where does this take us? Come on, guys. It's same as what? Sine squared x plus 2 sine x cos x plus cos squared x. Hey, Bana, can you see that again we have a square trinomial, but in terms of sine and cos? Okay, it means this will be what? Sine x plus cos x, sine x plus cos x. Right. Now, our question, it says for number 1, determine the general solution for cos 2x equal to 1 minus 3 cos x. Let me write it down. It's A, we have cos 2x equal to 1 minus 3 cos x. Right. Please, grade 12. Please, grade 12. When you see cos 2x, you must never and ever be rational. You must never and ever be rational because cos 2x can change in three forms. It can be cos squared minus sine squared, it can be 1 minus 2 sine squared, or it can be 2 cos squared minus 1. It means now, if you find yourself in a situation whereby we have cos 2x, you must wait a minute and check which one are you going to choose. And 99% of the time, you will always have a clue of which one you're going to choose. Because on our right hand side, we have 3 cos x. It means I need to choose something that will lead me to be written in terms of cos, which is number what? Grade 12. Yes, I can see that you are choosing number 3 because number 3 is 2 cos squared minus 1. It means we can change that now to say instead of cos 2x, I'm choosing 2 cos squared x minus 1 equal to 1 minus 3 cos x because I've noticed that everything is in terms of cos. Remember, once you see squared, you must be aware that you'll find yourself factorizing because that's what I've been trying to tell you. Ukuthi, the algebra work hand in hand with trigonometry. Let me transpose everything on my right hand side, on my left hand side. It's 2 cos squared. If I transpose minus 3, it will be plus 3 cos x. If I transpose minus 1, it will be minus 1 with the other minus 1, it will be minus 2 equal to 0. Grade 12. When you are on this stage, you don't need to panic because you have your calculator to factorize your sum. And your A is 2, your B is 3, your B is 3, and you see it's -2. Right, equal sign. Our x1 is 1 over 2. Remember that we are dealing with cos. Please, guys, that +2, we have to multiply it with x. It means you have 2x, then transpose the 1 will be equal to -1. Okay, let us go back to our equation. It means I have 2. We said that instead of cos, we have x -1. Okay, go back to your calculator again. Press another equal sign. It's -2. It means it is cos plus 2 equal to 0. Okay, then conclude now. It means we have cos x equal to 1 over 2 or cos x equal to -2. Okay, what does that tell us? Okay, it means now, please let us look for the reference angle, and then we say cos shift 1 over 2. Okay, then go back to your calculator again, and then clear this out. Shift cos, clear this out. Shift cos 1 over 2. Okay, okay, clear this out. Then say shift cos 1 over 2. Then what is your answer? It's 60 degrees. Okay, it means our reference angle is 60. And you know that cos is positive on the first quadrant and also on the fourth quadrant. It means our x will be 60, which is on the first quadrant. Don't remember your k, which is the element of integers, or 360 minus 60 plus k 360, which is 300 plus k 360. On this one, wow, there is no solution for this one because the maximum value of cos is +1. But let us confirm our answer. But our answer is supposed to give us math error. Shift cos 2 is math error because our cos it has to be at +1 or -1. Right. I hope you understood how I got to my final answer. Okay. Now, let us look at B. Grade 12. For B, we still have a problem of cos 2x. But now, what is our clue now? Our sign now. It means in way to perceive in terms of sign. Okay. It means when we go for B, we say sine x equal to, not now in terms of cos, it should be in terms of 1 minus 2 sine squared x minus 1. Because now, into I'm saying oh, okay, it should be written in terms of sine. And then 1 minus 1 is 0. Then transpose your 2, it should be 2 sine squared x plus sine x equal to 0. Come on, guys, we have to take out a common factor. Our common factor will be sine x. It means we have 2 sine x plus 1 equal to 0. Therefore, sine x equal to 0 or sine x equal to -1 over 2. Okay, where does this take us? Our reference angle will be shift sine 0, which is 0. Okay, then our x will be at 0 plus k 360, where k is the element of integers, or where at 180 plus k 360. On this one, we also need to find the reference angle of sine. Please, grade 12, make sure that on your calculator, you must never and ever use a negative sign. Please. Right, go to your calculator again, but now we are inserting sine instead of cos. Okay, shift sine half, okay, shift sine half equal to 80. Okay, it means our reference angle is 8. Okay, then ask yourself, which quadrant is usine wakho a-1? Which quadrant usine wakho a-1? It's the third quadrant and also with the fourth quadrant, right? It means that then you ask yourself, which quadrant usine wakho a-1? We said it's the third quadrant, which is 180 plus x, okay, 360, which is 210 plus, you find your 30 degrees, then you ask yourself to sign negative copy, negative on the third quadrant and also on the fourth quadrant, which is 180 plus 80 plus k 360, which is 210 plus k 360, or which other quadrant? It's 360 minus 30 plus k 360, which is 330 plus k 360. Right, grade 12, grade 12. This is easy as 1, 2, 3. This is easy as 1, 2, 3. This is easy as 1, 2, 3. Right, now when you look at part C, we are still looking for the triangle solution. And what is the first thing that you need to do, Lapa guys? Take out your common vector. Take out your common vector. Make sure that you pause this video and try to do it on your own so that you check ukuthi siyahambisana yini. Right. Let me check number 3. Okay. Now for C, we have tan x times sin x plus cos x times tan x equal to 0. What we need to do here, take out a common factor of tan. It will be sin x plus cos x equal to 0. Therefore, tan x equal to 0 or sin x equal to minus cos x. Wow. Let us check the reference angle for tan x equal to 0. Then it will be shift tan 0, which is, that not take chances, shift tan 0, which is 0 again, okay, which is 0. What I like about tan is that we only check tan on one quadrant, okay? But now I have a problem with this too. It's sin x equal to minus cos x. Remember, I cannot be able to solve for two things at the same time. What I need to do here is to remember my basics, to divide by cos both sides, because I know that sin x over cos x have a relationship of being tan x equal to minus 1. Okay, again, I need to find the reference angle, shift tan 1. Remember, we don't put negative on your calculator. What you need to do now, shift tan 1, which is what now? 45. It means my reference angle is 45 degrees. What we said about tan, we can only check sine on one quadrant. It means x is equal to, let me take the second quadrant at 45 minus plus k 180, which is what? 185 plus k 1. Okay, please guys, let's try to follow steps and make sure that we understand these basic things. Okay, right? For D, I hope we are familiar now ukuthi whenever we are choosing, we must have a direction on how we need to choose our sum. For D, can anyone guess which part are we going to take for D? For D, how can we resolve our course, our two course for D? Right. Okay, let's just clear this part. Let's clear this part. Right. We have 2 cos theta plus 4 sine squared minus 5 theta minus 4. How can we change 2 cos squared? Yes, it will be 1 minus 2 sine squared alpha, because our 2 sine squared alpha will be in terms of sine. Wow, excellent guys, excellent. Right, it means for C, instead of 2 cos theta, I will say 1 minus 2 sine theta plus 4 sine squared theta minus 5 sine theta minus 4 equal to 0. Wow. 2 sine squared theta. It's 1 minus 2 sine squared theta plus 4 sine squared theta minus 5 theta minus 4. Guys, these are the like terms. 2 sine squared plus 4 sine squared, it is 2 sine squared theta minus 5 sine theta. This is what? Minus 3 equal to 0. Easy stuff. You need to go to your calculator and factorize. Right, let us clear this out. Clear this out. Right. Option 5. Option 3. Our A is 2. Our B is negative 5. And our C is negative 3. Right. What's the x1? It's positive 3. Know that we have to, it's positive 3, it means it will be sine theta minus 3. Go back to your calculator. Press your equal sign again. Negative 1 over 2. Hope we are familiar with it. Take your denominator and cross multiply. It will be 2 sine theta plus 1 equal to 0. Therefore, sine theta equal to 3 or sine theta equal to minus 1 over 2. Dish. Our maximum is at 1, then this is not a solution. Check your reference angle and remember not to put your negative sign, your negative on your calculator. Then go back to your calculator, but clear this out. Shift sine half dish. But steady decrease. It means your reference angle is steady. What you need to do here, guys, check for the quadrants where your sign is negative. What are those quadrants? Third quadrant and fourth quadrant. What does that quadrant say? It says 180 plus reference angle plus K 360, which is 210 plus K 360. Or 360 minus 80 plus K 360, which is what? Which is 380 plus K 360. Okay. 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 I hope you understand. I hope you understand. I hope you understand. Grade 12. Yes, that's how it goes. That's how it goes. That's how it goes, guys. That's how it goes. Right. Pause the video, take 10 minutes break, and come back for the last question. Come back for the last question. Right. 12. Now, for part E, the final question for part E. What is part E asking us about? Given 2 cos x equals to 3 tan x for number 1, show that the equation can be rewritten as this. Okay. Guys, I hope we understand that our tan x can be written in the form of sine squared over. Okay, for part E, we've been asked to show that 2 cos x can be written in terms of 3 tan x. Voila! We can change tan x to be sine over cos. It means 2 cos x equal to 3 sine x over cos x. Okay, what do you need to do? Cross multiply. It will be 2 cos squared x transpose your 3 minus 3 sine x equal to 0. Hey, man, I need to have sine 2 sine squared and I need to have minus 2. But I know that for sine, I can introduce the square identity. What does the square identity say? It says our cos squared x can change to be 1 minus sine squared x minus 3 sine x equal to 0. Then let us multiply. It should be 2 minus 2 sine squared x minus 3 sine x. Okay, the final step now is to multiply everything with negative, of which it will be 2 sine squared x plus 3 sine x minus 2 equal to 0. Wow, yes, it is true that it can be written in this form. That's how you get the 3 minutes. Okay, now if they're asking you to find the transolution of this sum, remember, we have shown on part A that this question can be written in this form. It means you can just jump to this part. And fortunately enough, we can just go for factorizing this part, of which go to your formula and go to. It means instead of writing this equation, I can just write it on this form because I've shown that it's equal to that. It means it's 2 sine squared x plus 3 sine x minus 2. Okay. 3 sine x minus 2 equal to 0. Find my calculator. Okay. Go to what's in the equation, then go to part 3. What is the value of A? It's 2. The value of B is 3. And the value of C is negative 2. This minus 2. Okay, we know that it will be sine plus 2. Go back to your calculator again. Equal sign negative 1 over 2. Okay, let's check. We said the first one is 1 over 2. Then 1 over 2, remember to cross multiply, will be 2 sine x plus 1 equal to 0. Then this is sine x equal to minus 2, or sine x equal to minus 1 over 2. Or your sine x equal to 1 over 2. What is it? No solution, and you look for the reference angle for this one. Okay. And then you will find your x, right? Then okay, guys, right? What you need to do, find your reference angle. Remember to put a positive sign, which is 80. Then your x will be 180 plus 80 plus k 360, which is 210 plus k 360. And also add x equal to 360 minus 80 plus k 360, which is 330 plus k 360. Okay, grade 12. For part 3, they say that hence determine two values of y between 144 to 216 that a solution of 5 2 cos 5x equal to 3 tan 5y. What is the relationship between these two questions, guys? We have 2, we have 2. We have cos, but instead of x now, it's 5y. Again, we have 3, we have 3, we have tan, Again, instead of x, it's 5y. It means I can just jump to this final answer, which is x equal to 210 plus k 360. Instead of x, I need to have what? 5y. 210 plus k 360. Divide by 5. Into y equal to, when you divide by 5, say, clear this out, say 210 divided by 5, which is 42. Then it's 42 plus k, divide your 360 by 5. Don't do any mistake, guys. You have your calculator. Just take advantage of the calculator, which is 72. Right. Or we have another solution, which was x equal to 330 plus k 360. What we said, which will be 5 330 plus k 360, which is y. Divide your 330 by 5. 330 divided by 5, it's 66 plus k 72 degrees. Now, we have been given boundaries now. It means we need to find those two values of y. But my answer should be between 144 and 216. Right, let me start with this one. When I start with this one, I need to say, right, my y is 44, it's 42, plus, remember my k, it's all the integers. I cannot put the negative integer because my answer, all of my answers must be positive. It means, let me start with 1, because I'm going to start with 0, because I'm going to be 72. 114, means still 114, it's not in between 144. Let me take 2. 2 is 186. Yes, I need 186. It means the first value of y is 186. Okay, let me go on this part on the second one for 66 now. Clear this out. 66 plus, let me put 1 first, 72. What is my answer? 138. No, I don't need 138 because it's not between 144. Let me check 2 again. It's 210. Yes, I need 210. You need 210. Or y equals 210. Yes, that is the end of our lesson, guys. Please make sure that you do practice, and remember, practice makes improvements.